boys and girls, welcome to my player ratings for yesterday's game against Newcastle United. And we won another game. 2 in a row away from home. 3 in a row this season already. Unai Emery's starting to do something. Now, I'm not going to get overly carried away because, of course, we've only beaten West Ham, Cardiff and Newcastle. With all due respect to those sides, we should be beating them. But like I said, given the fact that it's a new start with a new manager, with new system and ideas, I'm going to take that. We lost the 2 biggest games we've played so far this season, Man City and Chelsea. Really tough start. And what that did, it added even more pressure to these last 3 games. But we've come through them. We've had some dodgy moments in those games. West Ham, we went behind in that. Cardiff, we were pegged back twice. And Newcastle, we were not that great in the first half. But we've came through every single one of them. Now, last year, we were losing games like Newcastle. Remember, last year, we went 1-0 up there. We lost the game 2-1. So, I can slowly just start to see little bits and pieces from Unai Emery. So, with that said, we're going to get into the player ratings. Starting off with Petr Cech. He remained in goal. I do think we're going to see Leno next game out in the Europa League. And this is where we really see, you know, what he's like, especially with his ball at his feet. But as for Petr Cech, it was quite a comfortable afternoon, to be quite honest. I thought Newcastle would have put him under a hell of a lot more pressure. There was one incident in the first half, very reminiscent to the Man City one, where he got the ball stuck under his feet and he looked a bit shaky and nervous. Tried playing it out to the right to Mustafi and it went out for a corner. And at that moment, you're just thinking, oh no, here we go again. He just looks so nervous. As for the rest of his goalkeeping, it's really, really good. His saving and everything has become really good and he's doing really well. Newcastle never really put him under a lot of pressure and never really tested him. He made a save just before Newcastle actually scored. Brilliant save, tipped it over the bar. But yeah, like I said, he didn't have a lot to do. There was just that one moment that makes me very, very nervous. But overall, decent enough performance. And for this one, I'm going to give him a player rating of 6. Next position, I'm going to go into the right back area and we're going to go with Hector Bellerin. And I think this was one of his better games. Seemed to know when to go and when to stay. Maybe he's learning from Lichtsteiner in training. Maybe he's taking the advice. Maybe he's having to step up a bit because he knows his place is under threat. You know, but he's not pulling up trees. He's still not doing the things that Hector was doing a few years ago, but it may take time. And like I said, slowly but surely, he's showing a few little signs in the last couple of games. So yeah, not a bad performance from Hector yesterday. Like I said, one of his better ones. And for this one, I'm going to give him a player rating of 7. I'm going to move into the central defensive areas. And first of all, we're going to go with Sokratis. And he's one of my man of the matches. Now I say one because I've actually got 2 and I can't separate a pair of them. But yeah, Sokratis was absolutely immense in this game. His powers of recovery, and especially the way he had to recover the likes of Mustafi with some of the mistakes he made. There was one in the first half in particular where he actually fell over and it was like someone in the crowd had a sniper and just shot him. It was like, oh my life. And the way that Sokratis got round and recovered that, he's looking a very, very decent buy. And he's slowly but surely starting to prove a few doubters wrong. And I'm impressed with him. Very impressed. And like I said, yesterday, he was solid. So for this one, I'm going to give Sokratis a 9. Moving into the next area, and we're going to have Mustafi. Like I said, there was that incident where he fell over and it was just like, even he took the mick out of it on social media and said that he's still looking for the sniper. But this is the thing with Mustafi. He can have one game where he looks so good and then he has a game where you think, oh my God, there's just an error waiting to happen. It was not the best game for him. But at the same time, he done some good things in there as well. But for yesterday's game, I'm going to give Mustafi a 6. Going to move into the left back position and we're going to go Nacho Monreal. Again, pretty standard performance, same as Hector. Decent, went up, stayed back, defended all right, nullified the crosses and the threat from out wide. quite well. And like I said, it was a decent enough performance, just goes about his business. So for this one, I'm going to give Nacho Monreal a 7. Going to move into the 2 that sit in front of the back 4. And first of all, we're going to go with the young lad Guendouzi. I don't think he had too bad a first half, to be quite honest with you. He was sacrificed at half time. And I think ultimately it was the right decision. But you have to kind of wonder whether he should have started in the first place. And Torreira should have been there. But it wasn't too bad a performance. And the fact that he only played one half, going to have to give him a marking of 5 in this game. Like I said, he didn't do too much wrong, but he only played a half. So that's why I'm going to go straight down the middle and only give him a half rating of 10 and, you know, give him the 5. Going to move into the next position next to him, Granit Xhaka, and this is my other man of the match. Absolutely superb performance from him in the first half. The whole team were not great in the first half. Let's get that right. But Granit Xhaka was tidy. He was covering, getting tackles in, spraying the passes. But it was the transition in midfield, the way the ball moves. It was not quick enough. Nothing just seemed to be working right around him. And then when Lucas Torreira come on at half time, you saw a completely different Granit Xhaka. The moment he knew he had protection behind him, there you go. What I've been saying for so long, put Torreira next to Granit Xhaka, give him freedom to play, and he can do that. Unbelievable free kick for the first goal. I actually thought Torreira was stepping up to take it because we've all seen the videos of him in training. But no, it was Granit Xhaka, stepped up, boom, straight into the top bins. And then the second goal was an assist by him, and it was him running down the left wing. He would never have been into that kind of situation and that position if he never knew he had the protection behind him. There you go. Great pass to pick out Lacazette, blocked by the defender, Mesut Ozil. Boom. There we go. So for this one, I'm going to give Granit Xhaka a 9. Moving into the next areas. First of all, we're going to go to Aaron Ramsey. Again, a very, very industrious performance. Worked really, really hard. But something's just not clicking with Aaron at the moment. I don't know whether there's these little niggly things with the contracts and whatnot that's hanging over. But something's just not quite getting... Yeah, something's just not quite right. But like I said, he works really, really hard for the team. But the problem is when he plays, he doesn't offer us any width. And that's what I feel we need. But like I said, for his work rate and everything yesterday, I'm going to give Aaron Ramsey a 7. Going to move into the next position, Mesut Ozil. Of course, this was his 200th appearance at the club. And it was a good performance for Mesut yesterday. Really good performance. When he moved into that number 10 role and he had that license in the second half, he was orchestrating everything. He was just controlling the tempo. That's what you want. That is what you want from Mesut Ozil. It was a really, really good performance. Good goal. And like I said, no one was really great in the first half. But his work rate was really good. And he's really trying to get stuck in now. And he's starting to, you know, adapt Emery's philosophy really well, in my opinion. So for yesterday's game, I'm going to give Mesut Ozil an 8. Next player, we're going to have Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang. And again, it wasn't the greatest day at the office for him. Had a chance at 2-0 up, and I feel that he took it with his left instead of his right. I don't think he could get his body quite adjusted for that. But I don't think we're quite playing to his strengths. You know, that ball in behind and everything. There was a couple of moments in that game where we were trying it, and it just wasn't fed through right. But I like the way he links up with Lacazette. And like I said, he works hard as well. He really did work hard. And when he got taken off, you could see he was blowing, man. He worked his socks off out there. And I've got no worries about him. Like I said, he's going to score goals. Really not worried whatsoever. But for yesterday's performance, I'm going to give Aubameyang a 7. Going to move to the next position, and that is Alexandre Lacazette. Again, another really, really good performance. Worked his absolute socks off. Led the line. Felt his play deserved the goal. He really, really did. And he was running the channels, the hold up, in behind, you name it. He was everywhere yesterday. And again, another good performance. And he's justifying his place in the team right now. So for yesterday, I'm going to give the markings for Lacazette an 8. We're going to move into the substitute areas, and the first one is Lucas Torreira. And of course, again, come on at half time. He changes the game. He needs to be starting. He honestly needs to be starting. I don't know why. Only Emery can answer why he isn't. But when we look at him, and every time we look at him, we look at a completely different team. The way we move the ball in the midfield, the transition is just so quick. He's like a little pit bull. He's just all over the pitch, just, you know, dabbing out fires all over the place, and then letting everyone else that does all the creative stuff just go off and do what they do. And yeah, another great performance, and he needs to start. I think he probably will start in the Europa League game, but he needs to start against Everton in our next game. So we will wait and see. But for this one and his impact in the game, I'm going to give Lucas Torreira an 8 as well. The other substitutions, Danny Welbeck and Henrik Mkhitaryan, not really a lot of time to do anything in the game, to be quite honest with you. So I'm not actually going to give them a marking for this game because, like I said, I don't really think they had a lot of time to do anything. I'm going to go to the manager's rating, and I'm going to give Unai Emery a 7. I feel that he got the team selection wrong. This isn't about Lichtsteiner. This isn't about Leno. This is about Torreira. He needs to be starting, and I don't know why. But, you know, what gives Emery something that I haven't seen in a while is the way he makes substitutions when he knows it's not going right. At half-time, he's not afraid to do it. And he gets a 7 because his substitution changed the game in Torreira. But you look at it and think, why change the game when we could be starting like that, do you know? So, yeah, that's why it's not a little bit higher. If he would have gone with a good team selection and we would have had an amazing performance, it would have been a lot higher. But because Torreira come on and changed the game and that was his substitution, that's why I give him a 7. So he's doing things at the moment. You can slowly start to see what he's trying to piece together. And 3 wins in a row, it's not bad. It's not bad considering the problems we've had. So I'm happy, and I'm looking forward to seeing how we progress over the course of the season. So there we have it. That is the player ratings for the game against Newcastle. Of course, we're in Europa League action this week. Can't wait. Yeah, Vorskla or something. I can't wait for that one on Thursday. So as usual, there will be a preview to that game, the matchday vlog, the player ratings. Then we've got Everton. There will be a preview to that, a matchday vlog, the player ratings. It's a busy time at the moment, but I wouldn't have it any other way. So if you're new around here, make sure you hit the subscribe button. Make sure you leave your likes and make sure you leave your comments. Let me know what you thought of the performance this weekend. Let me know what your player ratings are. I'll see you for the preview during the week. I am out of here.